All right, folks, welcome to the Marriage Boss Podcast. And I'm totally pumped today because I've got a power couple who is going to be taking the U.S. by storm very shortly, Natasa and Stuart Denman. How are you folks doing today?
We're fantastic.
Fantastic, Rick.
All right, cool. I want to read a little bit about you, Natasa. And obviously, Stuart is her priceless husband, although he didn't want me to say that. Natasa Denman.
What do we say? The brains behind the organisation.
That's true. Natasa Denman is the ultimate 48-hour author, a highly sought-after professional speaker, CSP accredited, coach and mentor. Natasa is a seven-time published author and creator of the game-changing business model, Ultimate 48-Hour Author, which she's bringing to the U.S. in a couple weeks. She's helped over 150 solopreneurs become first-time published authors in just 3.5 years. In 6 short years in business, Natasa has been nominated for the Telstra Businesswoman of the Year twice and was a finalist in AusMumpreneur of the Year in Product Innovation. Appearing in all major media outlets across Australia, including the Sydney Morning Herald, the Financial Review, and The Age, Natasa is changing the way people do business in Australia and now runs a 7-figure business with her husband and 3 children, traveling the country and soon to be the world, spreading her message and helping small business thrive. Natasa and Stuart, welcome to the Marriage Boss Podcast.
Thank you for having us, Rick. We're very excited.
Absolutely, but I got to say the free kids don't actually do much in the business. They're really just freeloaders.
Well, you know what? That's got to end, man. You got to change that. You come over here, we'll show you how to manage those. Are they coming with you, by the way?
They are. Well, Stuart and the kids are joining me after I've done the tour around the 5 cities, and then we're doing a month holiday there. So we're definitely visiting the attractions.
Okay. And I happen to be on the last leg of that tour when you come to New York. We're going to be in New Jersey that day, but and you're celebrating a big birthday too, right?
Very big, yes. My 40th birthday.
Cool. 30. Oh, I was going to say 30th.
So was I.
All right, yeah. He doesn't know.
I don't care about my age. I love the milestone, and
cool.
I'm going to be partying a few days in New York.
Awesome. I'm pumped about that. So I'm excited to have you guys on the show. You know, we met, I guess, by common friends and over social media on Facebook, and we became fast friends. And I love what you're doing, and I love that you can help other people find their true voice. So the reason why you came onto the show was not only to tell everyone about this Whirlwind U.S. tour, but we wanted to talk a little bit about not only what you do and how you became this ultimate 48-hour author and teacher for it, but how you two worked as a couple and, maybe some of the challenges along the way to get to this place, because not only does everybody want to be in this place from a business standpoint, but everyone who's committed and in a couple relationship, they want to be able to do this with their partner. So why don't you guys jump into that for us?
Yes, well, I started this 7 years ago. We had a very hard moment in our relationship where Stuart made a poor decision and he lost the business we had at the time. And it was one of those defining moments that changes the trajectory of your life forever. Mm-hmm. And it took us a little bit of time to get through that challenge, but obviously it pushed me into going, okay, I need to create something here, and that's how I began.
It was really interesting. So that really sort of, I felt as though I withdrew a lot from ourselves as a couple at the time, and I really needed to get over a lot of my own stuff that comes up. Mm-hmm. So it was, I threw myself back into employment pretty quickly. And really just had that, the employee mentality for a while. So we were talking quite different languages for a couple of years, really was. I had to see Natasa doing all of her striving for business growth and excellence, whereas I was almost just happy earning the salary again. It was safe, it was secure. But what I still remember it to this day, Rick. We'd gone to a personal development thing together, a bit learning about business. And I remember one of the women there coming up to me and saying, you know what, you've got a firecracker here. If you don't start to make some changes in yourself, and you can only hear it, you've got to be ready to hear it, Rick, as you know, if you don't make some changes, it's not going to work together. And I guess from that moment on, I had that realization, whereas I need to grow and do something myself before we can then reunite back together, which is what we did. And we have gone from strength to strength from there.
Yeah. When they call us the ultimate team, everyone says, I wish I had a supportive husband as you have and all that sort of stuff. But we have gone through our own relationship coaching and personal development and all of that. And it took me 2.5 years until Stuart could quit his day job. And even then, when he did, I thought he was just going to be such a huge asset to the business immediately. But he had to go through this whole journey of becoming a business owner from an employee to a business owner mindset. So that first year of him being in the business was really like, hang on, I still feel like I'm doing this on my own and kind of thing. But now, like every year, the growth and the value that he brings into the business and how we do it also without even needing to talk to each other. We just kind of take
it. Grunt at each other. Yeah. Chips in the night, Rick, sometimes. What are you doing?
I hear you.
So it works like magic now. The last 3 years, I would have to say, since Ultimate 48 Hour Author, if you like, was born, our partnership is just, super powerful.
Well, it's so great to hear this, because I very often hear the other story where something happens and then the two people go in separate directions and they never do get their trajectory back in sync. And so I'm happy for you guys. I'm happy for everybody out there who is benefiting from what you do. And I love watching it. I love your energy. You both are just, bright lights and effusive. And I can't wait to get to meet you. I think it's on the 24th we're finally going to meet of May. So I'm excited about that. So Stuart, tell us, what is the thing that you did when you, went and got your own thing going again? And then, we know what Natasa does, but tell us what you do in that you were able to bring it back together. Why did she need you so much?
No problem. So I guess the first thing was owning that. I mean, Nat and I were, I guess even the first bit, maybe 3 years ago, we were almost fighting what we would call traditional roles. So man needs to be dominant partner, earning most, achieving the success. Woman sits and supports. And that was like a conflict that we almost had. Nat wanted me to be the king, but then I liked seeing her thriving and growing. So it was when we decided, you know what, I get so much enjoyment. I have the counsellor pattern, so I'm very nurturing. So we worked out that I work best with the kids. Nat works best having a different pattern, that she needs a significance, being able to help others, growth, contribution, and doing these things. So when we worked that bit out, that's when it started to happen. And then we've gone, how do we utilise my strengths and the things that get me off, let's use that term, within the business? And so Nat's great as the face and the driving force because of the energy, everything that she brings. She's futurist. So she can got these big visions, and hence why we're going to America this year, whereas I'm more in the now. So I can ground it and say, you know what, let's actually take it back to where we are, focus on what just needs to be done bit by bit, because if we're living too far in the future, it's great to have it, but you start getting stressed and worried, and we've gone, okay, I'm the nurturer. What do clients need when they start getting things come up and their own shit? Someone like me to come in, give them a bit of a hug, bit of a pat on the shoulder. And because of my business growth and background as well, I was able to sort of direct them, steer them in the right direction with their marketing, their social media as well, even though she's a little whiz on it, but she doesn't like teaching it. So I do a lot of the back-end stuff within our business, so all of the web copy, everything that needs to do in the marketing sense. I'll take communications, I'll take over all of that with the authors, and that leads Nat to just inspire and get people to reach completion on some of these books in like such a short amount of time. It's just amazing to see.
Well, and as you're talking, I'm listening, and because I'm a serial entrepreneur myself, I am thinking about how lucky you are, Nat, to have a man and a husband and a person in your life to do all this stuff, because every female entrepreneur that I know wants someone like this to do that part, and they can't get the back end going. They have the idea, they have the expertise, they have the thing they want to teach or coach, but they don't have somebody to put together the funnels and figure out how to get traffic and manage clients when they come in and then scale it. So this sounds like the ultimate online business plan to me. And I think that after this show airs, and certainly after your U.S. tour is complete, you are going to get inquiries on not only how you did this, but how you can help other people do that part too. So don't be surprised. And I'm going to say it first here, if you haven't thought about it, don't be surprised if there's another business here where you either bring people on to put that element in place outside the author thing, but because it's what everybody who's doing business online needs. They need a steward. They need that combination. They need someone to connect their great idea and the thing that they want to bring out to the world. And I know you do it for your clients when they write their books with you, but seriously, everybody needs that piece. So I commend you guys.
There's a little bit of an in-joke that we have, whereas people always say to Nat when, like, she's saying, come on, we need to get you to do this. They go, oh, but I don't have a steward.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, and it's funny. It's almost like, yourownsteward.com or something like that, and then you tell your story.
I had to work it out too, and it took a little while, Rick, but I think this might be valuable for your listeners if they're in this space as well. My belief, and I had to just switch my belief, and was able to do that quite a while ago. I don't become less if she becomes more.
Yeah.
And that's where so many relationships, when they're working with a female entrepreneur, that's what they suffer from. They start to feel inadequate, insecure, that they don't have a belonging, and that they can no longer be the king to the female entrepreneur.
Yep.
But it's as long as you can own your own stuff and you say, I grow more seeing her grow more. So it's just that belief that you got to do it together. Well, it's a partnership. We do it together.
Yeah. And it should, we hope that it would be like this in any business, but certainly now today with the advent of technology and the online business community, we are going to need more of this. I'm talking about it constantly with my clients. I can think of 3 women in the past 12 months who left jobs to do this, became solopreneurs, became big successes, and the husbands really had a hard time because they really did have to support the wife more. And really right to the point of like, I always tease. I say, that, your husband's going to be bringing the car up and dropping you off backstage when you get out to go and do your speaking tour. But it's happened three of my cases. So I think there's going to be more of it. So I commend you guys.
There's a great saying. I remember back when I was playing golf a bit younger. So my dad and I he was a member of a club for ages. He'd take me up. And I was always known as Dennis's, my father, Dennis's son. But as I became better, grew more of a personality, he became Stuart's dad.
Oh, that's good.
And a while ago, in the business that Natasha and I had, the careers that we had, she was my partner, my whatever. Now I'm just Natasha's husband.
That's good. Hey, listen, and that's a great thing to be, man. A lot of guys would love to be that. So you're both very lucky. All right, so Nat, jump in now. You tell us now how this whole thing happened for you, what made you want to become either the 48-hour author yourself, but then how did you get to teach this thing, and how did you come up with this this blueprint?
Okay, so if I revert back to the beginning, I had the biggest 3 struggles that I had as starting out as a life coach, very generalist. So therefore, I had issues with my positioning and message, like there was no message, right? Like what the hell is a life coach? Yep. Second thing is I had no credibility. So no one knew me from a bar of soap, which means how do I get leads? How do people even inquire to have an introductory session even with me? Mm-hmm. And the third challenge I had was that I'm selling hot air, right? Yeah. So it's very hard to sell that hot air, and I'm asking like 5 times my normal hourly rate, which is what I used to get paid in retail, or $25 an hour. Now I was asking for the first time $125 as a coach. So after trialing 70, 80 different strategies, marketing strategies to get leads, and only generating $7,000 in my first 12 months, I decided that writing a book after having a meeting with a printer of all people after a networking event. He said,
"Hey, Ben."
Yeah, he said to me, Nat, you should really write a book. You're really, you love human behavior. You obviously got a degree in psychology and psychophysiology. You've done all these coaching qualifications. Put your material to work into a book. It will be your business card on steroids. And when he said that, the penny dropped. That was the moment I needed to hear that. And pretty much in the following 2 weeks, I started writing the first book. I wrote it in 80 days. And then published it. So within 6 months from start to having book in hand, which is also very rapid for someone.
Pretty quick for normal people.
Very quick. Like a normal person doesn't do that. I don't know what I was possessed in some way that I had to do it. Actually, I had a ticking baby. The baby was due to come out that June, and I started in January. So that was a really good way to push me across the finish line, because I knew I was going to get busy.
So you're advising getting pregnant to people, so you made a deadline.
Those ladies that I work with, because I've had with a lot of mums and pregnant women, they're the most productive people ever, because they want to get everything done before the baby comes. So first book came out, Rick, and that's it. Like my business grew to a fully booked coaching practice within 90 days. Admittedly, the previous 13 months I had network, so I did build my network. I did get known by people around my area, so it's not like I was like come out of just with a book and then I get business, but I built trust and relationships, and therefore when the book came, people started to take me whole heap more seriously. Wow. And the speaking gigs started to roll in and all that sort of stuff. And as the years progressed, I wrote a lot of material and manuals and leveraged and licensed and other programs. So the first 3.5 years, I just kept building my intellectual property, until one day I wrote my third book was the one that I first wrote over a weekend, and I realized that I could reverse engineer this process to help other people do the same thing. I go, it's a no-brainer. Like if I could do this, in a few hours over a weekend, not the whole weekend, I said I can even include marketing and leveraging information, not just book execution, on these retreats that we now run. So I started the first retreat, the 15 retreats ago. We're coming up to the 15th next weekend. Wow. And once those first people had the proof to show, so I had not social proof just for myself but others, the rest of it was history. The rest of it was how do we get smarter in terms of how we navigate a regular, consistent sales funnel happening, so that we're constantly being booked and we're running these retreats. And around Australia we have a really good grasp on the market. We're known everywhere, and we easily sell out tickets to all of our events. So I thought, why not push myself out of the comfort zone again and come to the US? Not because I need this. I just kind of want to do something new, and I've never visited, so even for a holiday. So
for us, it's more about the ripples that we can spread now. So we were able to start to see who's a good fit for us, what type of books and people that we actually want to work with. Because as you know, your clients really do. You can have those clients that make your life a lot harder. So you choose who you work with, because we want people's books that are going to be able to reach others. So our little ripples where they start just keep going out and out. And if we can do some good in this world, that's why we should all be put here. You can do it with relationships. We want to be able to do it with other people that can help others, have a better life.
Yeah, and I think that the benefit, obviously, we always say it's the best business card you could ever put out, and I found that in my life. And when you were talking about how long it took you to write your first book, my first book took, I think it was 51 years to write. It really took like 2 years, but I took a couple of programs too. One was supposed to be 6 months, one was supposed to be 90 days, and at the end of them I had nothing. So I'm really, I'm really excited to have met you and to be able to bring your message to my audience. And then, of course, when we get to meet and you come here, as many people across the United States as possible. And I'm very excited to be connected with you guys and to be friends with you and to be supporting you in this mission. So I'm totally excited about it from a couples standpoint, from an entrepreneurs working together, and also from, someone who takes a lot of pride in helping others find their true voice. So, and wait, people, if you're watching or listening to this show, wait till you meet these two people. Wait till you see their energy. Wait till you get to see the excitement they bring. And it's nonstop. I mean, when you mentioned soap a minute ago, I remember watching your video when you were wrapping up the soap packages till all hours of the night after an event. And, so these two are 24/7, 365. So a lot of energy. And that's one of the things that is, so appealing about you is the personalities, the message. And, it's so exciting to see a couple working together.
I say to people, no one can be you. Your DNA is so unique, and it doesn't matter if you have 10, 20, hundreds, thousands of competitors out there. The fact of the matter is you can only deliver what you deliver in your flavor, and that's what sometimes people buy into. They want to hang out with you, and that's what I have found with people who end up working with me. I go, I know I've got a lot of competitors, especially in the US. I probably have thousands there. But I go, you know what? My flavor doesn't exist there. Neither does it. Anyone can replicate it. They say people can copy you and all that sort of stuff, but they can never copy the you inside what you bring. So that's why I never worry about competition.
Well, and I've been through the market in this, not only have been a buyer of it, but have worked and collaborated in markets like this. And believe me, you are going to be the best here. There is nobody else like you. Not only the Australian accent, not only the excitement, not only the enthusiasm, and the product that works. You've got proof, and I've heard from people who have used your product, and I've been watching, and I'm excited to be supporting you. So,
Rick, I need to ask you a question. Is it true that I have to slow down my talking?
No, actually, I think in California the people will be a little slower, but they speak just as fast. They hear fast. When you get to the East Coast, no way. You can see I talk quickly too. So I think it's great. No, I think it's great.
Everyone I've spoken to so far has understood me. I haven't had to slow down, but few people here in Australia are saying that you're really going to have to slow down. And I go,
that's fine.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to happen anyway. So even if we tell you to do it, you're probably just going to go just as fast. And that's what we like about you. We like that speed. We like that intensity. And you're really excited. That's what it's about. So I think that's the best thing. All right. So let's talk a little bit about now the dates, when you're going to be here, where you're going to be. We're going to put the links to the page, the web page, to all the events. So you're starting out. Are you going to LA first?
Correct. So we're landing there. 17th of May is LA.
Yep.
In Pasadena. More specifically, we've learned now to share where exactly.
Yeah, both cities. Yep.
Then San Francisco is the 18th, which is in Oakland. So not actual San Francisco.
Over the bridge.
Yeah, over the bridge.
Yep.
We've learned that too. Then San Diego. I don't know exactly what area.
Smack bang in the middle.
Smack bang in the middle of
Yep.
San Diego
Yep.
on the what is
Marina Village.
Sorry, the 18th, 20th is San Diego, then 22nd is Phoenix, which is at the National Speakers America headquarters in Tempe.
Cool.
And then New Jersey, of course, which is where I'm going to see on my 40th birthday on the 24th of May.
That's true. We are going to party. We're going to party that whole day and that whole night. So we're excited about that.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna put all these goodies in the show notes. I'm gonna get this thing out right away so that it goes out in the next day or two here. So we're talking about it's the 4th, so we'll have this thing out by end of the day tomorrow, and then I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. I know that there's going to be a lot of people. Yeah.
Because you're the marriage boss, we said that we would give your audience, if they're a couple, they only need to buy one ticket and they can come together.
Oh, awesome.
And
okay.
Everyone that buys a ticket, they get a copy of my Ultimate 48 Hours physical, not ebook, actual hard copy, because you're going to be getting them at your house soon.
And Rick, what I'd love to do is we need to see some sign of affection as they walk into the event to show them that they are a loving couple, because we can see these things. We know when people are faking it.
Good stuff. So thank you. So a bonus for our audience. So if you are watching or listening and you're going to go to the event, if you're a couple, and we did talk about this too, they would have to prove it, right? So Stuart is in charge of that. So you look for that guy, and then you got to do something to prove that you're just not bringing a friend willy-nilly. So we're gonna be.
It's just going to be great. So for anyone that's got they've had that desire to get a book out there, or even for the coaches, the consultants, the speakers, wellness practitioners, anyone that's got an expertise or an experience that they want to share with the world, whether it's their clients or potential clients, that's the type of person that would get so much advantage out of being in the room. Get some Aussie energy.
and they're going to have a lot of fun. There's no way anyone leaves highly wired. It's actually, they tell me it's very hard to sleep the first night after they've been to the event.
Wow.
And I'm married to that all the time, so how do you think I sleep?
That's it. Awesome. Hey, listen, you guys have been great. It was great having you on the show. Everybody, check this out. It's going to be in a city somewhere near you. Travel if you have to. You do want to see this couple while they're over here. Nat, Stuart, thank you guys for coming on today.
Thanks very much for having me.
All right.
You
We'll see you
guys.
soon.